The British government has ordered the WikiLeaks founder Julian Assange to be extradited to the United States, where he's facing espionage charges. It said courts had found the moves compatible with his human rights, including the right to a fair trial and to freedom of expression. Assange has 2 weeks to appeal the decision, which WikiLeaks has said he will do. The organization called the extradition a dark day for press freedom. For more on this, we can cross live to London and join Arise correspondent Lape Olarinoye. Lape, thanks so much for joining us on Newsday. Now, this extradition has been a long time coming. What do we know so far?
Good afternoon to you all, ladies. Well, you're absolutely right. It has been a long time coming. It's been, just over 11 years since it started back in 2010. And as a result, there have been back and forths between courts, between kind of embassies and so on. And now that has finally come to a head, whereby the extradition battle that Julian Assange has been fighting so strongly for may just be happening. In fact, it is happening, providing he doesn't appeal within the next 14 days, which he said quite clearly that he will be appealing, which will now go to the High Court. What we do know so far is that it has been a roller coaster for Julian Assange. Many people argue that he shouldn't be treated this way. He isn't a criminal, which is part of the reasons why he was given kind of asylum at the Ecuadorian embassy. Again, since then, he's been moved from there and is currently in Belmarsh, and things could change quite quickly for him. He could go to an American court where he could potentially face a very long time in jail.
And what could this mean for Julian Assange in the long run?
Well, it could mean, a number of things. One, it could mean a complete end to this battle that he's been fighting, because once it goes to the American courts, which is what they've been waiting all these years for, means that he could go to prison. He has a strong case against him under the American justice system. And again, he could go for a very long time, which would put, WikiLeaks at jeopardy. His family, of course, he's recently married to his wife Stella, who he married whilst in prison. That again could also change kind of his kind of familial life, but also his own illnesses. I mean, he has documented quite publicly that he's going through, a serious kind of mental health crisis, and that has been taken into consideration. So it could have a huge impact not only on his kind of business, his passion, but also his family life and his own kind of mental state as well.
Any thoughts on what, excuse me, Lape, any thoughts on what we might see concerning an appeal on his part?
Well, I'll tell you one thing. Everybody is very much divided. I mean, campaigners are very much divided. Some MPs are saying that he's being treated like a criminal, which really some people think he isn't. Some people think he's just a journalist and publisher and shouldn't be treated as a co-conspirator, which are the charges that he's facing. Others believe that, there are no real reasons why the American justice system might treat him unfairly, which is why the Home Secretary Priti Patel has gone ahead and signed this extradition case for him to be moved to America. But I think there's a fine line there, especially when it comes to freedom of speech. Many people are arguing that actually he shouldn't be charged with such hefty charges because it will definitely impact how journalists investigate crimes and investigate allegations, and overall investigative journalism and free speech is very much at the center of this. So there is a lot of debate about whether or not this should be treated like a crime.
Well, thank you so much for your analysis. Arise correspondent Lape Olarinoye, thank you so much.